Today we are looking at the SH MonsterArts Shin Godzilla Awakening version. This was a P Bandai exclusive back in 2017. Let's not waste any time and first dive into the size comparisons. So with the detail here, I gotta admit this new two-piece sculpt on the mouth and jaw are absolutely gorgeous. I love the fact that the metallic eye is painted on so he's protected from his own atomic breath. And all the teeth on both sets of heads, as we'll see later, are painted very, very nicely, showing that Bandai, when they want to, can do it. So I don't know why it doesn't continue on. The other thing that I really like with the Shin Godzilla is it's a bit darker than the first release, and this metallic purple and pink kind of just gives off this glow to the whole figure. It's actually overall pretty shiny, just overall, as you can see here on the legs. It's very, very nice looking. The dorsal plates, what do I need to say? Gorgeous, perfect, amazing. And they're translucent. Light does shine through. They are just beautiful. One of my favorite pieces to this figure. Now, of course, one of the other new pieces on this figure is the Awakening tail end, which is basically just an open mouth tail. It does have a hole there for one of the beams that we'll take a look at later, and it looks very nice. Subtle difference, but that's okay. Here's the normal head sculpt. Once again, as you can see, the teeth are painted very fine, and it's just looking evil. Here's the normal tail piece, which also has a slight translucent effect, and it's kind of a different color between all three of the normal four-color shins. For accessories, here's the first atomic breath piece. This one has the thinner end, which is supposed to come out of the mouth. And here's the second breath effect, which you can kind of see has a more flat circular end, and that is to plug in to the tail piece. Don't mix these up, please. And of course, one of the highlights with this release is the flame explosion effect piece that comes with it. This is one of my favorite accessories out of all of the MonsterArts that I've ever owned. I love this effect. It's translucent, it's big, it's heavy, and it looks amazing. And it goes really, really well with your fourth form shins. And it's translucent. And this is the first Shin Godzilla we've reviewed on the channel that's from MonsterArts, but they all have their little differences. For the Awakening one, some of the tightness is fixed on this figure, and some points are loose. One thing that is loose is that bottom jaw, which can be frustrating at times. Otherwise, I really do like that on this copy of this figure, the shoulders and the arm articulation are a lot more giving than even the newer fourth form Night Combat and the original fourth form. It makes posing the arms a bit better, which is nice because even though there's not really a lot of need to move, adding just that little bit of extra expression can add a lot to your posing when you're taking photos. The hips still on the Awakening though are pretty loose. Not as loose as my original fourth form, but they're still pretty bad. And the same really goes with that tail. There's some loose points, but they're definitely not the worst I've seen. but definitely going to continue to get worse with time. So I'm definitely going to have to pop them off and add some clear coat or something to tighten them up. But for what Shin Godzilla is, it's still pretty damn articulated. And this tail, I can never get enough of it. So for my final thoughts, I do recommend this piece. This is still one of the better SH MonsterArts figures in the line, despite it still having some issues. If you're a Shin Godzilla fan, I do recommend picking this up, although patience might be recommended as it could get a Fortnite combat-esque release, or it could get an ortho release as well, since the ortho Shin Godzilla doesn't have the awakening pieces. Hopefully you all enjoyed the review. Thank you guys for watching and helping support the channel. This is the end to Shin Godzilla Week 2024, and I'll see you guys in the next video.